Hello everybody, this is Felicia and I am back with another processing video using the Fernwood collection. Oh my goodness. The colors are great in this because green has always been my favorite color, and so the colors in this collection is awesome and I'm really enjoying using this collection. So what I'm going to do right now is I am scrapping this photo of me holding up my stole. It is a stole from the Lambda Alpha Honor Society and for anthropology and archaeology, anthropology/archaeology. So I am very ecstatic about this stole. I am super excited. I'm very, like a little bit humble there because I totally was not expecting this. I went to school to hurry up and get out of there so I can get done what I needed to get done with and be done with it. But that did not, or it did not occur to me that I could get honors for that because I transferred from Sac City College and I went and I got honors there, but I wasn't expecting to get honors here at all. So anyway, to make a long story short, I am super stoked about it, and so that's why I'm putting this together. There's going to be a little bit of a story that's going to go along with this, and not too much of a story because I'm actually going to be putting another layout of this with me in a different pose in my 8.5 by 11 album that I've been having since I started the Allie Edwards Story Kit in 2014. So now I am basically doing this little one here just for the Fernwood collection in this video, and I don't know what I'm doing over there. I think I'm trimming up something. Oh yes, I was trimming up that piece of paper, and I decided to use this pattern that came from the kit as well because I really liked it, and the colors, like I said, in this whole entire collection is awesome. So I'm enjoying using all of these different papers. So the story behind this photo was I was doing this photo for my other channel, and for channel art, that is, and I was trying to take the different poses and things like that for it and all that kind of good stuff. So I have another channel that I kind of cut loose on and if anybody has been over to that direction, you would see I just usually cut loose on that channel. I do all kinds of stuff on that channel, from a little bit of education to some vlogs to some coffee chats to things like that. So that's what I'm doing this photo for. So for the thumbnail, that is, for this photo. And so I decided to take one of the photos and scrap it. And I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and scrap this so I can have this as a memory. And then pretty much I'll have both things as a memory. And so that's why I have this photo. And how I got this stole, like I said, was really a surprise to me on how I got honors in this. I was on the dean's list for when I didn't even know I was on the dean's list, to be honest with you, because I didn't even check my status because I was just there was a lot going on that semester. And so for one thing, I had broke the baby toe on my left foot. I didn't even know I broke it, and it just was it was bad. I was in a boot, and then my back started acting up because I was in the boot, and the boot don't allow you to walk like a normal person, and so it just threw my whole entire back out of alignment. And then on top of that, you're going to laugh at this, so school started the last week of January in 2020. And then I got the boot on my foot the very next week of school. And then, so it was the second week of school, I was rolling around in a boot. And then I was rolling around in that boot for about 3 weeks. And my back started acting up. And then here it is in 2020, about 3 weeks later, then we go into a completely COVID lockdown and we have to do all of our college learning online. I tell you, that was the year from hell. I'm putting it lightly, but that was the year from hell. I mean, I have never in my life had to learn online like this. We had to we had to learn how to use Zoom. We had to really watch our emails. We had to really pay attention to our what we call that our Canvas page, where the instructors post a lot of instructions and pre-done videos. And I mean, it was a mess, I'll be honest with you. And the instructors, our professors, were trying to learn. We were trying to help them out and also learn at the same time with certain things. And it was just a mess that year. And that was the year I got on the dean's list, my very first semester. And it's the funniest thing. I didn't even think I was going to be able to do all of that. I mean, they had me on medication for my back. My back was so bad, you guys. I was on a nerve pain medication called gabapentin. And let me tell you, I was high as a kite and I did not like it. So I was very upset, very distressed out, but I still managed to be on the dean's list. And I still managed to be on the dean's list the second semester as well. We were still online. So I was on the dean's list for both semesters, first and second semester of the lockdown, and I was like, wow, this is interesting, because I didn't even know I got honors. It's like, I didn't know it. I knew nothing until school was almost over, believe it or not, at the end of that year of 2020, the fall. And that's when I found out I was on the honors list. I was like, what? I'm on the what? I've been on the what? The D's list for what? Nobody told me. But that was how I found out. I was sent, not accidentally, but I was sent an email, and then I didn't want to click on that email. I was like, whatever. I really wasn't interested. And then something said, well, just click on it. And I accidentally clicked on it because I really didn't want to click on it. And that's how I found out. So it was just amazing. And I like I said, I didn't even know it. So I got a certificate as well, the stole and a pen, and then my name is on the list. And so during graduation this year, they'll be mentioning that. So that was how I got that. And so now we're going to go back to the layout after I done told you that story. I told you I'm a storyteller. I'll tell you some techniques and stuff like that, but I'll also tell you the story. So I decided to add some brown to this green to pull out some of the little tan, the color of the paint that's on the walls in our background, which is cinnamon. I decided to pull that out and add that on there. And I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting this layout together and making sure that I at least get what on the layout what I wanted. So that's what I'm doing right now. So there really isn't too much to talk about, but I do end up I was trying to use that index tab die cut there, because there's a bunch of die cuts in the collection, and I was trying to use it in the last video, but I ended up using it in this one, which I'm really happy. And and then you see I put that vellum piece down there at the bottom with the gold foiled accents, and then I also put another die cut down near at the bottom. I put a chipboard piece over the top there at the top that you see there, and I pretty much had an idea of what I wanted this layout to look like. So that's why this one is going pretty fast, because I knew what I wanted and I knew how I wanted it to look, and so that's what I decided to do with this layout. So I think, let's see, so I'm using some of the what is that I'm using? I reached over for something. What am I getting? I don't even know what I'm getting. But oh, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting some of the stickers that came into the kit there. So that's what I'm doing. And I decided that this was the coolest thing ever. And I'm glad I decided to, like I said, use this collection because I really liked it. So what I did was I have photo, and I have photos. It says photos to document for the title. And I decided to go ahead and put that on there, because this is a documentation moment for me right there. Not only is it for my thumbnail that I use for the other channel, but it's also for my album. So, and let's see, what am I putting on that? I'm using tweezers to put them on. Oh my gosh, this is the funniest thing. So anyway, so that's how I got that stole. I'll go back to that story a little bit, so I'm going to be going on and off. And then that fall semester, as I kid you not, it seemed like something always happens every semester for me. So that fall semester of 2020, I had a little bit of a issue with one of the professors who was not being very how should I put it, just too old school. I mean, I'm an older person, don't get me wrong, but was older than I was, this professor, way older, and he did everything like they used to do back in the day. Handwrite certain things, and then he changed his mind at the last minute and then wanted us to type it and send it in. And then his videos and lectures were just of pretty much his head from the neck up. He would hold up pictures in front of the screen on doing his videos. And this is when we were all on Zoom because we could not meet in person. So we had to take our classes for the rest of the first semester and the whole second semester. And then he oh gosh, let's see what else. It was just a mess, you guys. I mean, he needs to retire, to be honest with you, and I'm saying that right now because he does. But he did everything the old school way. I mean, I've never in my life, and then his grading was horrible because he would grade everybody's papers based on his opinion. And everybody's writing is different, and everybody's writing, and writing is subjective because you can pretty much take it any direction that you want. And this man decided, oh, well, he didn't have a rubric or any kind of anything. So you were pretty much pecking and hunting in the dark. Although I knew the subject, it was still like pecking and hunting in the dark because you really didn't know what he was looking for. And I found this out once I met with him. So I was really surprised that I was still on the dean's list. And the funny thing about it is he's the dean as well. So he was a professor and the dean. And I was like, oh no, this is a double whammy here. So it was just a mess. And so, but it did get it straightened out eventually, but it didn't get straightened out because like I said, I had to take it to the appeals. And it didn't get straightened out until the spring of 2021. And so it's just been an interesting concept because a lot of these professors assume that all these students are at the same level, and they assume that all these students are the same. And we're all not the same, especially when there's age differences between the students. So, but enough of that. I just thought I'd just kind of go on a little bit of a rant. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about the layout. I just had to go back to it. So anyway, I am pretty much almost done with this layout. I am putting some more additional ephemera on here, and I'm putting the rest of I'm doing different elements here from that entire collection. So I'm using some of the stickers, some of the chipboard, some of the puffy stickers there, and some of the vellum. And so I'm using a little bit of everything. And now I'm getting ready to journal just a tiny bit because the longer story is going to go on the side. Actually, the story that I just told you guys is actually going to go in my album when I redo this at a different pose. And so I'm going to be redoing that and putting that in my 8.5 by 11 album there with all of my stories that I've been putting it in. That album is pretty much stuffed and full. I think that'll probably be the last layout that I stick in there because it is full. So maybe I'll do a flip through one of these days, maybe. But anyway, so I am just about done with that. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching me put together this layout along with the story that goes along with it and the ranting and the raving. So for those of you who do have the Fernwood collection, it is one of the nicest collections of recent. I mean, I really enjoyed using this one, and I really enjoy all of the elements that are in the whole entire collection. because you can use all of the elements that are inside the whole entire collection. So I'm putting a little bit of a design down the side and little dash marks and lines, and I'm going to pretty much do that all down that side there. So they're dash marks and lines as well. So they're dash marks in between there, and then and then some lines. So and I decided to do that on the other side, which I'm supposed to be doing it on the other side. So, but at the end, I think you'll eventually see that I did it on the other side as well. So, actually, on all four sides. Wow, I forgot I did that. You know, you've been scrapping too long when you don't remember what you did. Anyway, so I am definitely putting the design on down on all sides here, so you can see that. But I really enjoy working with this, and like I said, you can turn this into a 8.5 by 11 or a full blown 12 by 12, or you used to use these pieces as pocket pages and stuff like that, and making cards, 4 by 6 cards or 3 by 4 cards to stick into your project life if you are doing project life. So that is that. I am putting dash marks on all of the whole sides there. Yeah, it actually looked pretty cool once I was done with it. I liked how it turned out. So I think I'm doing it. Yes, I am. So I just love telling stories. So if any of you have been tuning into my channels, I like telling stories of how I put these photos, because like I said, I am really, really all about the stories. And yes, the products is fun to play with and fun to put on your paper and glue it down and everything. But I really, truly enjoy telling the stories behind the photo, because I used to just print all my photos at one point, and then I was left with a pile of photos that I never really used all of them, just a few here and there just to tell the stories. And so now I just print out one photo or two photos to tell the story or to put on the layouts. And that's pretty much it. That's all I do now, because I don't have, and that helps me out, helps me not have, I should say, piles and piles of photos. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions or anything you would like to ask or know, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer them, and I do answer all my comments. Thank you, guys, and have a great and wonderful rest of your week. Bye.